Hey there, web developers. And today we're going to talk about how to increase conversions or monetize your blog, some best practices in the layout that you can do to increase conversion and or monetize your blog. This is where it gets really fun because you can do a lot of customizations, and I'm going to be sharing with you how you can create conditional displays on each of the pages. So let's just hop in and show you what I'm talking about. Here are the tools that you'll need to accomplish this. You'll want to be building on Beaver Builder, the theme, or a theme that's compatible with Beaver Builder. You'll want to be using the Beaver Builder plugin. And you'll also need Beaver Themer. And we're also using UABB, which is Ultimate Add-ons for Beaver Builder by Brainstorm Force. Now, we've done 2 videos already on blog layout, and it goes into more detail about using those plugins and how to get to a layout that looks similar to this. So we're trying to increase engagement on this blog page. What we want to do here is allow the opportunity for some more conversion. And one of the ways to do that is to serve up a couple of pieces on your website that are related to, but related to the blog content itself, but also are more sort of advertisements or calls to actions. Hey there, sorry to interrupt, but are you liking this content? Is it something that you're benefiting from? Are you learning something and growing a little bit from this content? If the answer to any of those questions is yes, do me a favor, hit that like button so the algorithm will send this out to more people just like you so that we can all build more profitable businesses and do more life together. Thanks for watching. So when we write blog posts, we're always putting a call to action toward the end. So come enroll in our yin yoga class each Wednesday. We're talking about yin yoga here. So here's how you enroll. But someone would have to read this entire article to get to the call to action at the bottom of this article. And it's good to have calls to action throughout your blog post. That is more helpful in increasing engagement and conversions. So what we're going to do here, what we've already done is we've put together this layout for a singular blog post. So that layout is the same across all of the blog posts, which includes the title that's coming straight from the blog post, the date it was published, the author, this take me back to all articles link. So it's kind of a breadcrumb so that people can navigate easily, a search option, other articles you might like. So this is leading me to engage in more content. But what if we want to lead people to either enroll in our email list or we want them to convert into a buyer? We'd like to offer those opportunities here on within the blog article. And here's how I would suggest that we do that with Beaver Themer layout. So we're going to have to do a couple of things. The other plugin you'll want to add to your website is advanced custom fields. So let's just hop in here and see if we have this, because we're going to add some custom fields to the post. And we have custom post types, but we do not have advanced custom fields yet. So we'll add that plugin to the mix. And we do that by adding plugin, add new plugin. We're going to upload, and we're going to pick our file. So we've added Advanced Custom Fields Pro as the plugin, and we use the Pro version. So we pay for a developer's license, but I think for the purposes that we're using here, it's likely you can use their free version to add a couple of custom fields to your post type. We just hit activate, and now the plugin's activated and we can see it. Oh, there it is. Advanced Custom Fields Pro by Delicious Brains is the one that we use. And what that allows us to do is to come into this custom fields, and we can add a new group where we're going to call it blog fields. And then we can add a whole group of if post type is equal to post. So that just means anything that we put in this category here. We can add fields to show up on that page. So what we're going to try to add here, and probably let's move right into Themer first. Because sometimes I like to know how I want to style something before I get into what the field needs to be. Now, one of the things I can think of right away is because we're going to split the content up, we want to be able to add a couple of calls to action within this content. But I want to be able to decide that whenever I'm writing the blog post, how it should be split up. So right now we've got post content coming first, and then I'm going to add a section with a text editor that's going to be second post content. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to need to add the field first. So we'll say second post content. This is going to be a WYSIWYG editor, which is the same as what we've got going on the post right now for the post content as it is. Is it required? No. Show media upload buttons? Yes. And we'll publish that. So now we can come over to the layout itself. We will I'm going to hop out of there. We're going to hit refresh here. And if you want to see that this is now showing up on the blog itself, I'm going to come in here to edit the singular post here of for Yin Yoga. And we should see a separate field down, and it's down at the bottom. So I'm going to want to drag it up. And it's the whole field category. So we've got blog fields. So every field that we add will end up being here. We're going to put second post content, and it's another WYSIWYG section that comes in here. So for Yin Yoga, I'm going to go ahead and take just this last paragraph and put it within this second post content field. So same content, just in a different section. So I'm updating the post itself. And right now, because we have not added that section or that custom field onto the layout, now that part at the bottom disappears. There's no more call to action. So we'll come into the Themer builder. And now we're going to add the second post content to the bottom of the post. And that will mean that we can also put something between these two sections in the layout. And all we're going to do is hit this plus sign over here, and then we're going to find the advanced custom post field right here. We're going to insert it. And it's a WYSIWYG field, and we can choose it from the drop-down list because Beaver Builder detects the advanced custom field from the post itself. And now we've got the section with the post content for this post. And if we go back to the post itself and view it, let's just see. There it is, more yin yoga in the future. And here is the call to action. Now, there's some space here, which we could delete in the layout. That's not difficult at all. But for now, we can just know that we've added it. Now, what happens if I go to this article that does not have this information in it? Well, it doesn't look too weird other than there's nothing there. But it could be a situation where we want something to not show up if there's nothing in that content box. We want the editor to pretend like there's nothing there on the page. So what we would do is come to the advanced tab on the field that we've added. And then we're going to change this display from always to conditional logic. And we're going to say this advanced custom field that we've created. And we've got to get the key from the field itself. So this is the key here. And you can see that if you go into edit. Well, maybe it doesn't say that key. We're going to, so second post content. So I'm basically just in the advanced section using conditional logic, and then I'm saying I'm choosing the advanced custom field post field, putting the key in there, and I say is set. That means it has information in it. Save, and then if I refresh the layout, I can see that my second area of content makes it onto the page. However, if I change this to display the content, if that field is not set and it contains information, you can see that by saving that and refreshing it, I come down and now the last bit of the article for yin yoga is missing. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to change this to is set. So that means it has information in it. I'm going to hit publish. I'm going to refresh. And the yin yoga second content should now show up. Yep. So there it is. So display if that field is set, which means it has information in it. And now it shows up if it has information in it. And that's how you can make something show up or disappear based on whether it has information or does not have information in it. And the reason that's important is because we want to build the ability to advertise different things on these blog pages depending on what we're talking about here. So for yin yoga, I might want it to display information about a yin yoga class. For if I'm talking about HIIT exercise, I might want to display something related to our HIIT Pilates classes. Or if I'm talking about Bikram yoga or just general hot yoga, I might want to talk about a different kind of Bikram yoga class. And so now I can change that depending on the fields that I want to pop in here. So what I want to do is build a sort of banner that will appear in the middle of the blog page between my first content and second content that advertises a class. So I'm going to come to the layout here, and I'm going to have to add some fields in our advanced custom field section. So I'm going to add a field and I'm going to call it banner add title. It's going to be text. Then we're going to have banner add background photo. And that is going to be an image. Then we're going to add banner add subtitle. And then banner add call to action. So these are all pieces of information. I'm going to change this and make it a URL. These are all pieces of information that I want showing up on the page. And I think here, honestly, I want the full-size photo to show up. And that way we can put CSS on the page itself or allow the builder to help us dictate how that photo shows up. And full size will make it so that it's the best looking photo possible. So now I'm going to update our field group. I'm going to go back to my blog post here and I'm going to edit the yin yoga post because that's the one we've been working on. And I should see these new fields set up. Yeah. So we're going to have a banner add title and we're going to say, experience more Zen with yin in our yin yoga class. Register today. And we can add an image behind that includes what it looks like for yin yoga. We're going to update that blog post and guess what? Oh, the URL. Okay. Here is a great, okay, we need text and we need a URL. So here, the URL we're going to change to just a great reminder that you have to have a field for every single thing that you're doing. So we're going to go link. We're going to change that to link. That's going to be the URL. And this is going to be banner add CTA. So this is going to be the actual text we'll use. Okay, banner add CTA is going to be register today. So we'll update all of it, but as you can see, when we refresh this, none of that content is showing up on our blog post because we've got to come in here to the layout itself and add that content into the layout. So we're gonna, that's not what I wanted. All right. We're gonna come and change up the layout. I'm gonna do an info box. I could do an info banner. Let's try an info banner. And we're gonna put it above the second content that we've created here. Here's what we're going to do. Instead of a title, we're going to come down to in the place of the title, we're going to use this plus button here. We're going to come down to our advanced custom post field, and we can either connect it or insert it. Connect takes over the entire field so that nothing else will appear there, and insert will allow you to put content before and after. We're going to connect this and say the field type is the banner ad title. The description is the same thing. We're going to the plus, advanced custom fields. We're going to connect it. We're going to choose subtitle. I'm going to make the link a button. And the link itself is going to come from advanced custom fields URL. We'll connect that. And there's the link URL. And then we're going to change the link text, find our advanced custom fields again, and connect with the URL. I'm sorry, with the actual text call to action that we want showing up in there. And then finally, the image, whoops. We're going to connect that photo for our image. And there it is. You've got an image happening there. We're going to make it full size for now, because really we want to see how everything looks. Animation, we'll zoom in. And let's see what we've got going on. So interestingly, now that we've got this, these fields going on, it could look like this if there's nothing going on in the banner. Yeah. Here's what it looks like on the yin yoga page. Great. There's a banner ad happening. But what if I go to a different article? I just want to see if that box is showing up. And we still need to do some styling. So I'm not forgetting that, but this box is still showing up. So first things first, we need to come in here and add a condition to this info banner. On the advanced tab, display, conditional logic. We're going to our advanced custom field. And the key we want to use here is if there's a banner ad title. So if there's no banner ad title, we don't want it to show up. If there is, then the whole thing will show up. And you know what? I think we'll make it the call to action instead, because that box could show up with the colors and call to action with a button, and it would be fine. So even if there's no photo, there's no title, there's no subtitle, that's going to be fine as long as there's a call to action. Then the box can show up. And we can also change this to be if there's a call to action and a link. So it's not showing up because on this particular blog post, there's no call to action. And I think we will just make sure there's a call to action text, which is like register today, and also a link where it goes. We'll just make sure that both are true, and then this can show up. So it has to have a call to action, and we also want it to have a link. As long as those two things are true, then it's welcome to show up. So let's look at our yin yoga again, because that does have what we're looking for. And the banner shows up. Great. On this post, it does not. 5 reasons for that yoga's perfect as a last minute holiday gift. So nothing shows up. But here's the beauty of it. Let's pop in here to the post itself, and then we can put in a call to action and a link. So what if we say, join us in class today? So we have a call to action and a link, and the box shows up, and that's fine because it's got a little background and it's got a button. Join us in class today. That's great. So now to go back to the styling. So I want to make sure that we can read all the things. The first thing that I want to do is the typography on the button. I want that to be all caps. Join us in class today. Great. The image is going to pull from the post that we put it in, but I'm going to change this font to a white font. So I want to make sure that the photo is dark enough for that to show up. I'm going to do a little color overlay there and pull it down to 50%. See what that looks like. So we've got the photo with the color overlay. So now we want to come back and change the font color to a light color so that it shows against that color overlay that we've put on top of the photo. We can also change all the things with a button. Okay, so text color on the link. Let's just see, does that look better? No. So let's keep it dark. Text hover color, keep it dark. Background color is what it is. But maybe we change it to the gold for hover. Typography. Okay, this is where we'll change this to white and probably all caps for the title, and then For the description, we'll also make it white, but not all caps. So if we look at just our button call to action, and then we will refresh this. Okay, now that really stands out. Experience more Zen with Yin in our Yin Yoga class. Register today. So what I don't love is the dark font with that gold. So we'll change the hover font color to the white. And it's always good to have a hover background and or font color so that when someone hovers over something and it's clickable, they know that it's clickable right away because that color changes. It's a prompt for someone to know they can do something there. So we'll do text hover color. Change it to this white. The other thing that I want to do here is give some space between the description and the button. So I'm just going to add 10 pixels here. To give me some breathability. And we could add more, obviously. But we've just made a banner ad for that comes in the middle or at some point in this blog content. So people are more likely to pay attention and click something that's happening as they scroll. The other thing that we just want to make sure of is, what does this look like on mobile? As we decrease the size of the screen, it still fits and looks fine within the context of what we're trying to do. So I think this is great. It's a perfect start here to adding that. So one of the things that I would do now is come into this Yin Yoga content. And I'm going to put the banner ad higher within the content. So let's see. Let's do this. Whoops. Okay. I'm removing it from the regular content and I'm popping it into the second content here. Now, one of the things that you should really notice though is that it's probably, well, it doesn't, so that's good. It could end up changing your SEO and readability scores if Yoast does not end up reading the content that's in the second post content. It didn't change anything, so that's great. So I'm just going to hit update here, and then we'll come back to the blog and we'll look at the Yin Yoga blog and see where that banner ends up showing up. There it goes. Kind of in the middle. It's not obtrusive. So if people are only reading the first couple of paragraphs, or if they're just scrolling and then they notice, hey, something's happening here. So we could put it even higher in the article itself to make it more, to make someone more likely to click it. The other thing that we could add is the ability to sign up for the newsletter. Now, no one wants to call something a newsletter, but what we could end up doing here is just adding a call to action that's standard. So maybe we don't need to add fields here at all. We just come to the single blog post layout. And maybe we need to add one more field. We might need to call this, and honestly, I'd love to move the second post content down below the others. There we go. I can drag it. Because I think the banner ad should come before the second post content. And then we'll do a third post content and make this WYSIWYG. And I'm kind of thinking as I'm doing this, which is making it difficult. Let's leave the second post content here. Third post content will be after the banner ad for the class. We'll add a banner ad section for signing up for the newsletter. Between the second. So right now we've got this is driving me nuts. So that's second post content. Let's duplicate it and then make it third post content here. That's going to be our first job. Finding this advanced custom post field and connecting it with the third post content, which it's not going to show here because I need to refresh the page. Okay, this has a second post content in it. We've got a second post content again. So I'm going to delete that and come in here, advanced custom post field, connect with the third post content. There we go. And then I want to change this. There we go. Okay. Sorry, there's this LastPass thing happening at the same place where the X is. So that is really annoying. No, I don't want the LastPass thing. I want the X. LastPass. Grr. There's often not a great way around this. Lord, what have I done? Here we go. Okay. So instead of info banner, we're going to have it say the latest yoga and Pilates tips. I'm not going to put a photo in the background. So let's make this typography dark. And now we've got people coming to the sign up form. So we're kind of splitting this into, we're going to want this always displaying. So if we come to the blog post itself, this one's always going to display and take us to a contact page where they can complete a form to be added to the email list. And then this is the banner ad for whatever we want to advertise. So in the case of Yin Yoga, the Yin Yoga page, I'm going to refresh so that all the fields are showing up. What happens during Yin? I think if we do what is Yin Yoga down to here, and we put this into this field and then drop this guy here. Now we've got the call to action to join the newsletter and the call to action to come to a specific class happening here. And if we look at the page itself, we can see the layout in action. Get the latest yoga and Pilates tips straight to your inbox in Mansighter Tips. Experience more Zen with Yin. Register today for class. And then we could probably put another call to action at the bottom even. But I like that we're adding these call out boxes. I think the other thing that I would add to the end of this blog article, especially if you have an active social media account, is the ability to follow. So let's go ahead and add a follow section. These guys have Facebook and they've got Instagram. And they're pretty active on both of those. we go. Oh, funny. That doesn't update the other one. Well, I wonder if... Yeah. Here we go. This will change all of them for the future. So much space. Okay, and then you know what? I'm going to shoot this. I like to put this in a new window because we don't want them navigating off the website page if we don't have to. So we're just adding the links to the social profiles. And also probably we should give a reason why. And now we've got our setup to where these should engage more and turn into more business for us on this website. So adding calls to action throughout the content, including places for people to do business with you and places for people to sign up for your email list, will help your blog engagement and conversion. And we showed you how to set that up with Beaver Builder, Beaver Themer, ultimate add-ons for Beaver Builder, and advanced custom post types. Hope that helps. We are here to help you put more profits in your pocket so that you can do more life. And higher website conversion and blog conversion is all a part of building better profits and doing more life. All right, see you next time. Oh my gosh, you reached the end. Congratulations and thanks for watching. One quick question before you go. Did you find this interesting? Do you think someone else that you know could benefit from the information you heard here today? Well, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notifications for when more of this information comes out. By hitting like, it means that this content goes out to other people just like you who might also be able to benefit from this information and can build a more profitable business so they can do more life. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.